whether we see Doublelift on Vayne, what they actually do positioning-wise for all of these players.
Doublelift is currently on Vayne, and he's immediately locked it in.
Well, that settles that. It basically means Archie is going to be playing Lucian, probably in a solo lane. One thing I noticed when these lineups were announced is generally how squishy all of the teams were, which is meaning it's probably going to be a pretty explosive game, much like the previous two Hexakill and Earth modes we saw.
We also have Team Fire being very attack damage heavy, and they don't have a support like Zyra that can build a lot of AP and influence the game that way. So we'll have to see. Maybe it will be an AP Ezreal or something. They do have those two AD carries that they can switch around. That being said, Lucian here on Team Ice, not the worst of AD carries if you have to go to a solo lane. He has a dash.
Plus, on the side of Ice, they don't have a true jungler, right? So that means Cool is going to be jungling Lee Sin. He's formerly a mid laner of OMG.
And you'd imagine that, mechanically, that kind of champion is going to be fine for him to play. Whether his role as a mid laner and not as a jungler, he's going to be playing into that one. We're going to have to say, I mean, he's up against Diamond, who is one of the legendary Lee Sin players and an all-time great in the jungle. It's not an easy matchup for him. Yeah,
going up against Diamond on the Lee Sin is never an easy task. However, Cool in the mid lane, he's one of those short-range assassin mid lane players. He was known for his fizz, also playing Yasuo, so I think Lee Sin, he won't have too hard of a transition into that champion.
So we are going to be finding out who's going to get the edge in this one. Teams, of course, now sorted out who they're going to play from the champions that you guys chose. So head over to Twitter and tell us who you think is going to win the game. Use the hashtag IceWin or hashtag FireWin, and be sure to send it to @LOL eSports for all that. And we'll, of course, be checking in a little bit later to see where your guys' votes lie. I'm going to ask you guys, though, where do your votes lie?
I gotta say, the team with more people on position, this is actually an advantage for Team Ice, I feel like. They have everyone on their comfortable champions. Madlife, Thresh, Doublelift, Vayne, Froggen, and Nivea. Things are looking pretty good right there.
Yeah, I'll just go opposite from you then, because I can say the same things. Bjergsen is on Zed. Very happy with that champion. Diamond on Lee Sin, we already talked about, so I'll go Fire.
Well, here we go. We're going to get into it. It's Ice versus Fire one more time in the Pick 10 game. The question is, how is this one all going to work out? Of course, yesterday, Ice bounced back after, let's be honest, a thrashing in day one when it came to the Earth mode game to win in the Hexakill matchup. We'll see who gets the points here today.
Yeah, I like how the intensity of these matches has definitely heated up. They're definitely taking the competition more seriously now, as you can see, an invade already from Team Ice.
You could really tell, as soon as Doublelift fed in the first game and he got all that criticism, it was game time immediately after that one. And now it's really just game on, because they've both won that game and kind of embarrassed each other.
Well, we see that Ice are already moving up through the Fire jungle, up by that red buff there already. What are they going to be going for in this one? Diamond did spot a couple of guys in there. QTV as well with Ezreal was on the top side of the map, so staying safe. Actually, the Q from Cool landing there onto Bjergsen. Not going to dive in, though. No vision there for Ice beyond what they could see in the river in the middle.
I like the SKT skin that Bjergsen's decided to wear in this one. I really doubt that Froggen's going to be playing heads up against Bjergsen Zed, though.
Yeah, speaking of Froggen with the Anivia, he has taken Teleport. So that may be a top lane Anivia, or he may be trying to use it as an escape to get away from Zed.
Yeah, Joe was actually mentioning earlier backstage how if he's bringing Teleport on Anivia, he might actually try and teleport away from the death mark when Bjergsen comes in on him.
Which will work once, and then he's got his egg. Not very often. His teleport's not going to be up all that quick. Bjergsen's probably just going to say, okay, you win this one single trade, then you get away from it. If you can call that winning even.
Winning the trade is using all your summoner spells in your passive.
Not even dying. That's winning for Froggen, I do believe. But we do see that red buff started. We're going to see Madlife and Doublelift headed down into this bottom lane. Going to be 2 versus 2 against WeiXiao and Shy.
And we do get to see Froggen versus Bjergsen here. He lands the stun. See, that's the hardest part of this matchup, is landing the slow stun from Anivia. He's got it there, and he also has plenty of consumables in his inventory here, starting pretty much all consumables except for that charm.
He's going to need them too, because he took a whole bunch of damage right off the bat in that early trade. Long sword start from Bjergsen, so you can tell who's going to be going aggressive in that mid lane there.
And down on the bottom already, Shy and WeiXiao putting down some good damage onto Madlife and Doublelift. Double hooks, of course, in this bottom lane, and I think Shy's going to have a bit of a point to prove here against the legend on Thresh himself, Madlife. Madlife.
They both have started with those Duran shields, so they're looking to trade early. Both of these guys in the bottom lane are looking to fight, so it will be action-packed.
I like how Shy played Blitzcrank in the Earth mode, and then he's just like, all right, I'm actually just going to be the Hookmaster here, even if he's on the same team of Madlife. It doesn't surprise me at all they go with exactly the same item builds as well, because they should actually know what each other build on Thresh at least.
Oh, actually a play coming in. They're going to go aggressive here on towards Doublelift. Shy, not exactly super happy. There is Hook landed. Exhaust put onto WeiXiao. That may have just saved Doublelift's life.
Now, right there, a lot of the damage from Team Ice was going into Shy, and all the damage was from Fire was going into Doublelift, so he got low. Cool, though, gonna look to even it up.
This is bad news. Cool coming in from the side. Shy gonna get pushed against the wall. This is surely first blood. It's gonna go to Doublelift, and there is Cool hammering away on WeiXiao. He's level 3, but decides against the turret down.
Meanwhile, up top, Diamond is going for a gank of his own. Actually, he backs away now.
Backing away from the crowd there. On their feet for this one, and this mid lane we can see that Froggen doing some decent trade-off, but look at his items. Those basically full inventory of consumables that he has.
He doesn't want to get harassed down, but he might get him here.
Oh, this is close. Is he going to go in for it? Not quite. Got the damage there to finish off, and Bjergsen running risky, especially with Cool moving up.
Froggen actually 2 points in Q and in E, so he's maxing his damage early on in that lane. Pre-6, he's done a pretty good job against Zed and will continue to. It's going to be post-6 when he starts having these issues. Meanwhile, that bottom lane matchup is a little bit crazy. Vayne is disadvantaged early against Lucian, but it didn't matter for Team Ice.
And we saw last time Doublelift got first blood. Uh-oh, top they're fighting.
Going in gank. QTV, but here comes Diamond, going to safeguard over on towards QTV, but Archie flashes back in. He gets the kill onto QTV. I think he might die from this one, though. There is a push. Pull comes around. Diamond gets the kill, but will he lose that blue up? He'll refresh over there for Cool.
I have to say, Cool is doing extremely well on his Lee Sin versus Diamond. Not only did he get the first blood for Doublelift, who went off last time he got kills in the game, but he also gets the return kill on the other Lee Sin. Looks like Cool is #1 Lee Sin at AllStars so far.
Yeah, yesterday in the game he did exceedingly well. Nice substitute fill-in for Team Ice right here. And Kobe, the prediction I had very early for Team Ice looked a little bit better here, even if you just picked Fire to go on the other side of me.
Are we going to see Froggen and Bjergsen fight here once again? You have to wonder whether Bjergsen's just biding his time here to get to level 6. They're going to go all in force. Froggen out WeiXiao here, taking a lot of damage. Once again, Doublelift and Madlife not really losing much from that. Do see that both AD carries have now got themselves... I say both AD carries, we've of course got 2 Lucians, an Ezreal, and a Vayne in there as well. Yeah. But the bottom lane AD carries, let's say, we have Vayne, of course, Doublelift picking up first blood with that Vamp Scepter. On the other side, only the longsword here for WeiXiao, so not quite got the same sustaining there, and you can see he's having to burn through pots to stay healthy in that lane.
And let's be completely honest, if Madlife Doublelift do not win a 2v2 lane against guys who don't lane together, they are going to get shredded by social media right here. So that's the big advantage of Ice, is that lane.
Yeah, and it wasn't like WeiXiao got to choose his timing to go back. He was forced to go back because he was killed.
That is rather true as well. Doublelift actually going decently low from this one. Still within good range, though, of their turret, but needs to be careful because Shy, whilst he's not your normal Thresh player, certainly can hit these hooks. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely strong mechanical skill there in the bottom lane. I have to point out the mid lane as well. Never mind, Diamond's down here for the gank. This would be really dangerous if Ice was going aggressive, but with the current health bars down there, I really don't expect them to do any type of aggressive move. I think Diamond's actually wasting his time down here.
Cool is actually on the other side of the map, so there wouldn't be any opposition if they were to go in for this one, but they'd require a dive at this stage. Doublelift and Madlife both underneath their own turret. WeiXiao actually just tanking up 1 hit. Diamond's still waiting here.
It would be very dangerous to go for that dive because Doublelift and Madlife still have their defensive summoner spells, the heal and the exhaust ready.
Oh, there's a play coming in. Doublelift gets hooked in. He's going to go down. The patience, we questioned whether it was going to be worth it, and there's the answer. It was.
It absolutely was, but that's because Doublelift decided to get a little bit aggressive right outside his turret, ate the hook from Shy, and it was absolutely fatal.
Yeah, Shy answering back with some Thresh play of his own here. Very well played, and Diamond, patience play pays off.
As you said, they can't afford to lose this lane. Everyone has been wanting to see Doublelift and Madlife on Vayne, and the Thresh as well. And well, I think it'd also be quite hard to swallow for Madlife if he hits less hooks in that lane than Shy does.
Yeah, and speaking of the fan favorite picks, the mid lane is still continuing to be that farm up between Froggen and Bjergsen, but this would be where it starts to turn. Froggen has to itemize mana. He actually went for an early Chalice, which means if Bjergsen gets on top of him, he's probably just dead.
Yeah, I think this next Amp Tome, he'll probably be turning into an arm guard because he needs some sort of defensive capabilities against the Zed. Already level 7. This is where the kill pressure comes in. He still has Ignite as well.
Froggen has been known to build absolutely whatever he wants, though, in these games, so we never know what that could be. He could be building a Ohm Wrecker. He just hasn't started it yet.
Well, we've seen it in Europe. We're in Europe, so if you add 2 and 2 together, you get 4, obviously, with that one. Bjergsen here is going to be getting the blue buff as he goes into mid lane. Froggen started to move over as well. Cool wasn't quite ready for him, but now Froggen will be getting his hands on that blue buff. Question is, without the teleport, I mean, what does Froggen do if Bjergsen jumps on him? What can he do, really? We
were talking about this earlier. He has only really one play, is to put the ultimate on top of him, hope to land the Q, and then E, and that might be enough damage. Doublelift!
Oh, the lantern disappeared!
What? Doublelift in the middle of nowhere. Madlife finally comes around the side. He hooks Shy from the corner as well, but Doublelift walks away. WeiXiao goes for him. Is he going to finish him off? No, he's not. Madlife going low as well, but he will get back underneath his tower. That was super close to a disaster for Ice.
Uncoordinated bottom lane here. Madlife and Doublelift, maybe a little miscommunication there, but Doublelift gets stuck inside the box.
It almost looked amazing. It was like he ran all the way around just to get the hook, but they just couldn't trade.
Oh, did they do it? What?
Double golems, not the right time to be doing them right there, Joe.
Well, yeah, no, not even close to that, but there's all.
Oh, Lee Sin!
Here comes Lee Sin, and that's a kill onto Shy as well. Cool was there. They had a ward down, so they spotted Cool coming, but couldn't evacuate quick enough.
I have to say, with all this action down bottom lane, the winners have really been WeiXiao and actually Cool coming down for multiple games.
Yeah. And it's funny how the 80 carries that might actually be the farmed ones are the guys who got relegated up to top lane, QTV and Archie. They've been completely free to farm up there, and they might actually be the late game 80 carries.
So let's have a little look at this one. Doublelift's like, yep, I'm taking golems. Oh wait, no, I get hooked and Culling kills me.
Yeah, so the thing about that is, even though Shy is a top lane player, WeiXiao, he's very used to this. He knows they're going to go for double golems, and they find them at the double golems. But Cool comes in right as they're trying to escape from the kill that they secured.
Oh, Archie. Oh, there's a lantern. And the hook as well onto QTV. Box goes down. One turret onto QTV. And there is the Culling coming through. Madlife now going to try and chase down Diamond. Don't know if he's quite got the damage to actually pick up a kill, but what a turnaround.
Madlife with the surprise appearance in top lane. I'd be a little bit worried about infidelity if I was Doublelift right now, because he just had success with the other 80 carry when he went to his lane.
Well, this is classic Madlife, right? He's got the mobility boots early, he's going up to roam, and he gets a kill. Another roam!
Yeah, this might not be the last one either. Is Cool actually going to go in? Oh. Kicks off Bjergsen to the side. Madlife now moving around. Froggen trying to get involved on this one. Bjergsen is going to go down. It's Cool that picks up that one. We have the question, how good of a jungler is Cool on Lee Sin? He's 3-0. I think he's kind of answered that already.
He is doing very strong. You can see it in the item lead too. He's putting a lot of this money into vision control so that he can keep Diamond from making plays, because Diamond has been answering. He's been on the other side of the map. He got his bottom lane caught up down there, and now WeiXiao is actually going to be a really big force.
Oh, Diamond gets walled in there, and Cool comes round again and says, thank you very much. That's another one for me. He's out of turret range, doesn't take any damage, and that's free damage onto the turret on top of it.
Cool has really been the beneficiary of some really nice plays by the rest of the team as well there. The fact that Froggen has survived the lane this well, and that wall to help him secure a kill, Cool has a lot of gold that he now has to make use of.
Turret going down there in the bottom lane. WeiXiao will finish that one off. That leaves Fire in front here in terms of turrets, but because of that kill difference, actually a couple of thousand gold behind.
And Cool is again heading down bottom. He wants to get something going for Madlife and Doublelift, because they are straight up losing this lane now.
Well, the big thing is Madlife spent so much time helping the rest of the team, which was honestly worth it, that has just set Doublelift a little bit behind. Maybe he's not going to be the carry this game unless he does something a little bit spectacular.
Oh, QTV going aggressive here on towards Archie, who got the better of him last time, of course. If you look at the items between those two, both got themselves Phage. The Sheen is there for Archie, and a Vamp Scepter for QTV. So going to have that sustain in this top lane, but it doesn't matter if Archie's doing that much damage to him over and over.
Archie has looked so good, and I like the point about Madlife actually dumping his AD carry that just got killed and going up top lane, because now they have a Lucian that can actually stand up to Fire's Lucian.
And the question is, if he gets the Blade of the Ruin King, could he survive Zed? Because he's coming up top lane, fights on both sides of the map.
Walk on to Cole, but he will just get away from that one. But look at this. We see Bjergsen coming back in. There is Archie throwing down the Colin. He walks him back in there. QTV's going to die. Archie's dead as well as the death mark pops. Bjergsen gets his first kill of the game.
So even though Archie has died 2 times up there when people come to roam, he keeps on killing Ezreal before he dies.
Not to Cole again. There's the flash, the flame, and then the hook from Madlife. Froggen actually picks that one up in the end, and they get the tower.
Madlife was ripping him back into the stun from Anivia just to secure that kill. Awesome synergy from guys who pretty much never played together.
Yeah, beautiful plays, and they're making a lot of these plays on Diamond, really picking on him.
I have to wonder if one day we'll actually see a real Team Ice. This would be a scary lineup to actually get together, I think, in pretty much any region. So far, going well for them. 9-4 up in kills. They've just got their second turret of the game here. And actually, a healthy gold lead. 3,000 gold it is that they've got on that. Doublelift is now starting to farm back a little bit into this one. I mean, we kind of gave the hype in this match to Madlife and Doublelift for obvious reasons, but WeiXiao is a phenomenal AD carry player, and we've seen that already here.
Yeah, the thing is, we've been talking so much about wave control of minions in the invitational games. It's very true in this game as well, because this is the most normal of the challenge games. Even though Doublelift's turret went down because Madlife went roaming, he now has the creep wave in a more safe spot, and he's gotten plenty of minion farm deep in his own territory.
And it's also not like when this game turns into a more standard teamfight phase, they're not going to know what to do. These are the most popular champions pretty much, and they're running double AD, which is a little bit strange now, but was very common at many points during Season 3.
This may be a sign of a little bit of lack of vision now from Ice's side. On the bottom side of the map, the Dragon is going to be taken away basically for free by Fire. There is the ultimate coming through. QTV going a little bit too aggressive on this one. He's hooked in and finished off in the end. Cool will be able to lifesteal back up. A catch a little bit too deep there was QTV.
Yeah.
Froggen chance.
QTV trying to make a play by himself. He almost got the kill, but it was going to be a death for him no matter what. He was surrounded. And look at the vision. The teams have basically traded vision. One side of the map for Ice here on the top red, and for the bottom side for Fire. They've continually been trading the red buffs. However, Fire also came out of that with the Dragon. So remember the global gold, because they definitely need that to get back in this game. 10-4 currently.
Damage onto Shy there. That's almost going down, but Shy's presence was enough to actually save them. Actually, interesting, just want to talk about the... Oh, wait, let's forget that, because Diamond's coming in here on towards Doublelift. He's going to knock him there against the wall. Where's the rest of the damage? Not quite following through. WeiXiao gets in position, throws in the Culling, Blade of the Ruin King.
Oh, there's backup!
Now the Ice Bird is coming down. Froggen is there. Cool is there. The King is available for him, but they don't really need it. There's one kill, and the wall will stop Diamond from running away so quickly. Bjergsen could come down to help, or he could just let Diamond die, which looks like the more likely scenario. That was a little bit off. The Q's landed, though, and there is the kill. Cool now, godlike.
7-0-1 on Lee Sin, but once again, a lot of that chase was just done by Froggen, making it so that Diamond couldn't jump away where he actually wanted to. This is just Team Ice dominating right now.
I have to say, we need to give the fans more credit. There's a reason they voted Froggen Anivia. Even though it looked like a bad matchup versus Zed, he played it safe, and now he's making plays.
Oh, wow, the kick on towards Bjergsen. He's going to put his death mark on to Cool, but the rest of the team combined. Doublelift picking up the kill. Shy's in all kinds of trouble now as well. WeiXiao has come in there. Froggen
teleporting out of there.
Has his egg. Is he going to get away? There is the TP to get away. That's the tactic we were expecting earlier on. Diamond now coming over. Archie in trouble. He will surely fall. Yes, he got over the wall, but WeiXiao's auto attack already going in his direction. Big fight.
The funny thing is, Froggen teleported about 3 feet away, but he still managed to get over the wall. It was his delayed flash, but he got his egg form and he got out with full health. So, strategy successful, I suppose?
As I said, he used these summoners and he used his passive, but he basically won there. That's how he goes, and he flashes away. So now he really doesn't have anything left.
Yeah, there's his second flash, and now he's under turret. His blue buff ran out, but he still has a good mana pool, so he can try and help with the wave clear here.
He could wall them in as well, so They get a more protected environment. Madlife actually tried the hook there onto Shy. Cool's a scary one, though. If you look at him, 7-0-2 already.
Yeah, Cool is definitely doing very well, but man, did we just see in that last wave clear from Froggen how insane Anivia's mana costs are. Again, Cool, behind enemy lines, gets the kick in.
And this was just such a big cluster back here. Ice just 5-man turret diving, showing you how far ahead they are. When they got trapped in between the turret a little bit, Froggen said, all right, I'm out of here with that. And it went through the egg, but Shy caught again.
Shy is dead. Froggen picking that one up. He's got his Zhonya's now as well, which is another more viable anti-Zed strategy than just TPing out when he actually comes onto you. So he'll be feeling a little bit more safe. There's a nice tweet as well. This All-Star Day is going to be big, and it is indeed. We've got 2 semi-finals coming up after this one, but this has been a cracking game so far.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. There's pings going down on the bottom turret here. I think Monty would be proud of Team Ice because they're looking to rotate down there after the kill, but Madlife gets caught.
Oh, is he going to go down? Diamond going up there. Here comes the exhaust. It's a lot of damage from Archie. But the death mark comes in. Archie's going to die before the death mark can even come down. QTV that gets a double. It was a little bit slow to start QTV, but you see the damage he's putting out now with the Trinity Force.
Pretty important getting those 2 kills right there because, as you said, he was way behind. And that was a little bit of Archie sticking around to try and protect Madlife. He actually stayed in to try and block Ezreal Qs, but really, it was just awaiting inevitable doom, and he ended up getting himself killed too.
Oh, Q landing there on towards Zed. No one following on, though. Doublelift needs to get back with the rest of his team. Shy's trying to come around the side from this one. He's quite wait a minute, let me try that one again. Far forward, but you know, boost of mobility, both copying basically what Madlife had, and that's all you really need to do. If you play Thresh against Madlife, just copy his build all day long, which actually he didn't do since Madlife went a bit more gold generation.
Real low
on the other side, there is Lee Sin going through again. CaoMei have gone a bit deep with that one though. Shy actually gets the hook. Bjergsen, is he going to dive in onto him? Is he going to commit to it? He's got no death mark.
Madlife
now Madlife comes in. That was not the strongest of boxers, but they catch Shy out of position. He will go down, and they hook into WeiXiao as well. He'll be followed through one, trying to dash away, but he's going to get finished.
What a play there from Ice. That was actually 4 versus 4, but they had superior vision inside the jungle, and they were able to make plays over the walls. Madlife actually just walked straight into the whole team to put his box down.
This is why you can watch Madlife play Thresh all day, even though the box didn't immediately hit someone. Oh dear, that too.
Teleport out. Oh wait, it's not Froggen. Bjergsen is going to get that one. Actually, Froggen is there at the backside. QTV takes a big blast. Froggen is on a killing spree. 3-0-8 now on the Anivia.
And he has also completed his Zhonya's.
Wow. Good reactions there. Actually, he's got the Q back. Will Diamond go in? Oh, he gets away. Boom! Through there from Cool. Diamond might be able to have him still. Oh, Froggen comes around the side. Credit to Diamond for actually finishing off, though.
More importantly, though, Froggen finally got a blue buff out of that. The Lee Sins have been smiting it away, and the fact that Froggen got in there is more important than the shutdown that Diamond got for killing Cool.
Watch back here in the mid lane for Fire. Things slowed down a little bit for them in terms of success and the amount of kills that they've been having. Let's have another look at that one. Such great reactions.
So that was
Diamond.
1 Q that lands, 2 Qs that land. Diamond doesn't want to take it in because he knows Froggen's there to back him up. But this is the 3rd one that lands. Cool has the confidence because he knows Froggen will come there. But as you said, Diamond gets the first KO and Froggen comes to even it out.
Getting this dragon as well for Team Fire is actually very important. They're behind in both levels and experience. And gold, obviously, experiences levels, but and gold. So they get bonuses from the dragon since they're behind in XP. It's really important to sneak dragons when they're behind 20 minutes in.
And vision. That's why they have to sneak the dragon. They have 0 vision on Team Ice's side because they're constantly on the defensive now. And Team Ice are doing a good job of actually continuing that ward coverage.
Looking for some more points here. Fire, of course, winning the Earth game on day 1. If we didn't have Zed in there, Bjergsen probably would have gone with the Ezreal again. I mean, he picked up about 25 kills, I think, in that Earth game on day 1. But so far, yesterday, and of course, this game up until now, 22 minutes in, has all been about Ice. And it's going to continue that way by the looks of it. They're stacking up here for a go on that inner turret in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and this is Bjergsen in the side lane trying to get some farm. There's no threat on Ice right there, so it's basically an uncontestable turret.
Ooh, Hawk flying through, but QTV got the mobility to avoid that.
All right, Team Ice will be shoving in 2 inhibitor turrets now. Not much up left on the map for them to take, so it's very hard for them to draw Team Fire out of the base.
Listen, Cool is showing off a little bit on Lee Sin. He wasn't even supposed to be he's not a jungler. he was surprised that he was playing in this one, and he is doing an amazing job right now.
Right, he is basically the all-star substitute.
For OMG, exactly.
You have to feel it. This kind of performance, he probably should have been in there right from the very start rather than the substitute role. Oh, this is bad news for Shy. Well, it would be if Cool is actually wanting to fight him. He seems to be just doing a dance around. The hook does come in, Lantern's down, and Cool says, see you later.
Still got to keep vision on that red, though. They're slowly trying to invade this to see how many people on fire are actually there. It's because the rest of their team, this is just a Lee Sin and Thresh. They can jump around a bunch, but they don't do much damage.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous, though, because there's a lot of extra firepower here for Team Fire.
Cool. Keeping it ice cold, though, just to follow up from your
Yeah, might as well.
incredible job.
We have to throw those in.
They back away in the end. No relaxation. Oh,
Whoa.
Doublelift! What are you doing? You are miles out of position. Uses a heal. Is he going to go down?
Whoa!
Oh, that's some great mechanics, as we've come to expect from the man himself. And now Archie getting involved. He's going to fall low and get finished off as well. This could be a bit of a whitewash for a Fire.
There is just not enough people right here for Ice. They're in trouble, but there's Froggen.
Oh, cool. He's trying here. He's doing his best, and he's getting the results from it as well. Froggen stuns up another one. Diamond now slow from the ulti. The wall comes in. He's slowly but surely going down. It's a double kill for Froggen.
Froggen and Cool are really carrying this team. Cool already with 9 kills on that Lee Sin. Even though Team Ice collapsed a little slowly, though, Froggen look for more.
He's going very deep from this one. Oh, he lands a stun. Predicted flash from QTV, who's trying to pick off Cool. He doesn't, though. Froggen is godlike, gets his 7th kill of the game.
And the 7th stack on his Soul Stealer, Joe. He's went for that. Let's take another look at this fight. Kobe, take us through it.
Did you see Bjergsen's great use of the Shadow right there? Using his ultimate, didn't get condemned into the wall, avoided the stun, and in the end, Doublelift does go down, no matter how much dancing he does. Everybody came to save him, though, and 3 members of Team Ice go down. But here come the heavy hitters.
One thing, though, is Fire used so many cooldowns when Froggen arrived, he meant business. The first ult didn't quite land for him, but just watch the efficiency of his Q stuns. Those are so slow moving, but Froggen always finds a way to get these people in. Wall to shut down Diamond, and then he continued on and actually landed a post-Arcane Shift Ezreal with the stun. That was the most impressive part.
There's a reason why you guys at home have picked Froggen and Nivea, right? We don't get to see it all that often, but when we do, always a little bit special here. And today seems like no difference to that one, as Doublelift again, maybe getting caught out. Or will it be Bjergsen getting caught out? Cole comes in from the side. Doublelift gonna join in. Deathmark goes down. Doublelift doesn't really care about that one. Bjergsen's trying to get away. There's the TP from Froggen. He gets kicked away, but Diamond's not got the damage here to finish him off. Froggen puts down his ulti, gets himself another double, and that teleport was all about getting away from Bjergsen. He's turning around and using it to kill him.
That was one of the most beautiful alley-oops I have ever seen right there, from Cool to Froggen. It's almost like they were reading each other's minds. They don't have to be able to communicate with English.
I mean, the fact that Froggen had to pick into a bad matchup here because of the fans in a game that is the best players in the world from their regions pretty much. 9-0-9 with 11 Soul Stealer stacks on Nivea. Absolutely insane.
I hope this means that Froggen would be a little less apprehensive about picking a Nivea in the future.
Yeah.
Into bad matchups. We'll see about that. But here's that one again.
Yeah, this one was just Bjergsen trying to do a little too much. It was a really quick kick over the wall. They just alley-ooped him over the wall into a teleport, as Kobe was saying. And of course, at that point, Ice just overwhelmed them. Easy kills all around.
Diamond also got a little stuck in the wall there trying to queue over to Froggen, and Cool was able there to sandwich him. What great team play from this Team Ice here. We've talked about in the beginning of these games where Diamond was the one who was really focused, getting everybody to play on the same speed. But really, Team Ice looks so coordinated now.
And we do have to mention that Froggen's on about 3,000 health now to make sure he doesn't die with his Soul Stealer up. Warmo is completed with another Giant Spell on the way. Now he's building what he wants, like he always does when he's ahead on a Nivea.
Well, Jad, he's got to protect those stacks and pages in his book.
To be fair, it's not the first time that we've seen Froggen build a Warmux on the Nivea. So, you know, as you said, he's feeling confident here, obviously, at 9-0-9. As Shy just hooks onto the Baron to give Madlife a bit of damage back. Actually, Doublelift been pretty quiet this game. Everyone's wanted to see him on Vayne. He's ramping up, though, and that's the dangerous thing once he does get there.
Yeah, he would be able to split push, but we'll have to see if Bjergsen actually decides to go for him again, because last time we saw Bjergsen was able to use his ulti to dodge condemns, and Doublelift wasn't the one to go down in that matchup.
The thing is, Doublelift has his items. He's at the 3 big main items that you'd actually want to see him in dueling just as much as Bjergsen. A lot of the global gold that his team's been able to give him has put him about 1,500 ahead of WeiXiao.
And generally, people do like to take Vayne into Zed split pushing.
Yep.
Vayne is one of the champions that you would
no.
outplay him with.
There's some more stacks.
Dead. Froggen legendary. 10th kill of the game for him there, along with 9 assists as well. ISO actually moving over towards Baron. Diamond is waiting at the side. He's just put a ward in there as well, but Madlife is basically just scaring him off from this one. Here is the start. QTV could have a go at trying to steal from the backside. Doesn't have his True Shot barrage up just yet, though. Froggen is basically tanking stuff up. Look at the base, though. The super minions have actually taken down one Nexus turret. They need to go back and sort this one out. No one right now is going back. They've come away from the Baron. They're going to try and stop them getting back into the base. That second Nexus turret is going to be going down quickly.
They had to send Thresh back. I don't even know if he can clear it. Cool goes in.
Oh, Cool going a little bit too far there, but here comes Archie from the side. Gets one. QTV now going to be slowed up from Froggen's ultimate, and there is the kill. Froggen picks it up. 11-0-10. Nexus turret went down. They're on to the Nexus itself. Shy can't deal with them.
He's trying his best, though, playing back the minions. WeiXiao finally returns to home, though, and he's able to defend the Nexus here. Only one super minion left.
You know what's going to happen? Froggen's going to TP in and finish the game.
Ooh.
Oh, man. Well,
Divya backdoor.
He's
because
got
his Sunfire Cape is going to help him out in that one as well.
It'll help him clear the minions. He's got 40 seconds on that teleport.
He's up to, as well, 16 stacks on the Soul Stealer. He's almost completed to book here.
Getting maximum respect from the fans here in Paris as well. And look at him, he's edged up towards that enemy jungle where they've got full ward control, and Doublelift says, you know what, guys, let's do the Baron. I'm not sure that Fire can really get anywhere near this one, and if that looks like it'll probably only be Diamond who's stepping forward. Already used a ward there to get some vision back, but Baron's already gone down.
This has gotten a little bit out of hand, I think, it's safe to say.
Oh, really? That Sunfire Cape, Warmogs, Soul Stealer, and Nivea's
what
not
tipped you
out,
off? Yeah, exactly. Well, at least Froggen has a good chance of hitting 20 stacks here, which will be an all-star game first. Whoa, he's deep.
Yeah, WeiXiao is going to get taken low. The Cool will finish off here from Archie. Now they're going for QTV. They're going to get him as well. Cool picks up that one. Diamond actually knocking everyone around, but Bjergsen's going to fall. Diamond's going to go down, and he's now all on Madlife. He couldn't defend against the super minions earlier, so he's not going to manage anymore. Double kill comes in. Lucky for them, the inhib just respawns, so they can't go into the Nexus, but this should be game.
Hey, they managed to get the ace right there. Froggen got enough assists to hit 20 stacks. His Soul War is complete. Everything is good for Team Ice. Nice victory.
Big win for Team Ice, and a big confidence boost as well. Froggen playing the Anivia. He said that he was looking forward to playing that into the Zed. Well, apparently he wasn't actually being sarcastic like we thought he was. He actually was looking forward to it. Didn't die a single time in that game.
And we did get to see the teleporting egg. That was one of the best parts. He didn't really need it. It wasn't the Zed ulti on top of him, but it worked out well.
Top CS in the game, top kills in the game, and still 14 assists without dying. Froggen, captain of the team, and easily the MVP of this game for Big Ten.
I can put an argument forward as well that Cool in that one. We had the question of how good is he going to be in the jungle. He was phenomenal.
He was spectacular. He built extremely tanky as well. He saw Froggen's Warmogs and decided that was a good idea for him. And in the end, he kept on making plays. He was so tanky, he could get into the backline. He could be that utility Lee Sin. And
this kind of just opens up for the games tomorrow with the 1v1 and the 2v2, because that's the final one, I believe, is going to be Froggen against WeiXiao. So Froggen carried them in this for the 2 points, and that final one that's going to be worth 3 points might actually end up telling it.
I mean, if he's going to play 1v1, maybe the teleport Anivia wouldn't be a bad choice going into that 1 versus 1.
With Medjai's.